Hey YouTube, it is Tuesday night and we're going to play a little bit of Maximum Pool. So let's fire up the game and see who we can find. Okay, so far so good. Let's just let everybody know in the chat that we're jumping in. All right, so before I threw in the game, I was just having a small conversation on the Dreamcast Talk forum, and we were just thinking of games to play. So this is the one that came to mind. A controller has been removed or a VMU is being recognized. Okay. No problem. Probably did that because mid-load I was switching over from the first bank, which is where I store most of my PSO data, to the fourth bank, which is where I kind of store like just other game data. Maximum Pool for one has a save file that you have to install in order to play, and a couple of the other games as well. So okay, let's go online, and it looks like Hunter is jumping in. Cool. Oh, you know what? It's actually not going to work because I forgot to plug in my DreamPi. So I'll just wait for it to disconnect me. Basically what I did was I plugged in the line voltage inducer, but I totally forgot to plug in the actual Raspberry Pi. And my Dreamcast sounds to be running a little bit loud tonight too. Hope it's okay. Connection failed. Yep, well, we all knew it was going to do that, so that's fine. All right, so let's load up our Raspberry Pi, and we'll give it, I don't know, 30 seconds just to go through the processes. If you've seen the screen for DreamPi rather, you can do it pretty easily. All you have to do is you just plug in the HDMI to a monitor or something like that to view it. It just has to go through a small little load. It just has to run a couple of things, and then it'll go to a stagnant screen, and that's when you know it's ready to go. So okay, it should be good. So let's try that again. Online game. See what they're talking about in terms of PSP. What PSP are you guys talking about? Is it modded? Okay, so I know that we were talking about Neo Geo Pocket for a little bit. All right, cool. So we're hooked up. So in case you didn't know, you can actually hook up your Neo Geo to the Dreamcast via a link cable. I think there's a couple of games that you can play, but I've never tried it. All right, Dreamcast Talk. Please wait. One player. UGB, of course. And okay. He's got a Metal Gear PSP. Oh, cool. Chat to all players. Yes, we will. Oh, get out of here. Hola. All right, let's just see if down for Maximum Pool. All right, and we'll see if we can get a third person in here, unless there is already three of us. Nope, just Hunter and I. So we're gonna wait just a little bit to see if we can get another person in, and then we'll start playing. Cool. I need a PSP. I have a few UMD movies that I picked up used, just nothing to play them on. I have a few rare ones like Ninja Scroll. Alright, so we're just waiting for CeeLo to get in, and then maybe we can get 3 of us playing Maximum Pool. So speaking of rare ones, I actually got a couple of cool pickups today, and for pretty cheap. Everything came to, I think, 12 bucks. But this was a cool find. Harvest Moon DS Cute on the DS, of course. So from what I understand, it's kind of Harvest Moon, but the lead character is a female. And yeah, I think they tried to kind of make it more girl-friendly. I've always been a fan of the Harvest Moon series. That said, I haven't actually played many games to their completion ever since the one on the Super Nintendo. I remember playing that way back in the day, and I thought it was kind of funny because it was a farming simulator, and I kind of do fuck Minjos to HMB and see if they have Ninja Scroll. What in... I have no idea what he wrote. Alright, whatever. Anyways, I'll probably play this. It looks like it's a lot of fun. I read the reviews on it. It seems like a pretty harmless game, but I've always been kind of a fan of the Harvest Moon series for what they are. I found a couple of Criterion DVDs, actually. So this one looks like fun in the most unfun of senses. Criterion Collection, Wages of Fear. So let's just read the synopsis on the back while we're waiting for more players to jump in. So one of the most nerve-wracking and exciting films ever made, Henry George Clouzot's masterpiece won the grand prize at the 1953 Cannes Film Festival. An American oil company enlists 4 tough drifters for a high-paying suicide mission, transporting explosives across a rough terrain of Central America. Okay, sounds great. And look at that picture. That guy is not having fun. Do they play pool in that one? Ninja Scroll is great, but I'm an Akira fan. I named my daughter it. Alright, so I don't know if it's picking up in the mic because I've tried a couple of new settings. I put a noise gate on to keep some of the ambient sound out, but my Dreamcast seems to be running a bit hot tonight. It's got a bit of a grinding sound to it, so that's not a good sign. I wonder what that's all about. Could just be the disc, hard to say. Alright, and got Class 2 Risque, also Criterion. It looks like it was probably a play copy for a store because there's a little slash through the barcode. But yeah, I don't really know much about this one. It just looked like a cool Criterion release, and pretty much anything on Criterion I'll end up picking up just because they seem to be the go-to people when you're looking for more art house stuff. And finally, just this trade paperback volumes 1 through 9 of Jessica Jones, Alias. I watched the series. It was pretty interesting, and I figured, okay, this is a good introduction to the character. So yeah, the first 9 issues of Jessica Jones. Again, everything came to about 12 bucks, so pretty decent. Okay, Hunter and I are just in the lobby of pool. If you guys want to join. Is it just us still? Yes. Okay. Well, let's see if you are into Akira, you should check out Crow Zero. It's not animation, but yeah. I certainly will. I picked up a copy of Space Adventure Cobra from on Blu-ray from HMV when it was closing down. I don't know much about it, but it looks cool. All right, CeeLo's in. Sweet. Cool. You guys. Okay, yes. They beat me to it. I was going to say, does one of you guys want to start a game? But I've been invited to one, so that works even better. All right, so it'll be 3 of us, which is a decent amount of people for pool. It looks like we're just playing a regular table as well. All right, so let's see what Hunter's going to do. Okay, get a better view of this table. I'm going to try playing this actually. Maybe I'll try it offline first with one of my different controllers to see if I can get better accuracy. All right, Hunter is probably just lining up their shot. I think it is still kicking. I don't know. I haven't been there in a week or 2. Okay, Hunter, are you gonna play the first shot? I tend to stick to thrift shops for my media. Just roll the dice on what I find.
Your turn.
Hunter has dropped and left the game, which ended the match. All right. I guess that's it. Oh, okay. I guess Hunter left. All right. When I want something, I just buy it, unless it's stupidly expensive. All right. Let's find out what happened to Mr. Hunter. All right, sweet. Let's come back to lobby. Okay. I tend to buy and flip on eBay and only splurge when I have enough PayPal in the bank, because PayPal isn't real money. It's fun money. It sucks. And the keyboard is touchy. All right. Yes, let's join a game. All right, so there's 3 of us. Yeah, that's what happens. I've been there a few times. I try to stay in the black when it comes to buying media, buying non-essentials. Okay, let's see if this works. Good shot. So there is one thing I'm actually looking at getting for the Dreamcast, which is kind of unique. It'd be interesting if they're able to get it back online, but I'm thinking about getting a DreamPi, actually. So if you don't know what the DreamPi is actually the camera that was released for the Dreamcast. And it was used for, I think, 1 or 2 games and a lot of like chat features, only in Japan. So it'd be interesting to see if the servers come back live, because you just never know, especially with the Dreamcast. I mean, it seems like servers for games and things are coming live every day. In fact, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there's been a couple of new releases for the Dreamcast that are pretty fun. Like there's a new VMU game that's been released. You can check that out on Dreamcast Hub. There's a new game that was just discovered. I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but it's called Millennium Racer. So from time to time on eBay, you'll see these things called dev kits being released for the Dreamcast. Oh, let's just see if Hunter froze. Did you freeze again? Okay, looks like it's good. And what dev kits are is they're essentially like desktop style computers, and they were used to program on the Dreamcast, and they're fairly collectible nowadays. You don't really see them that often, and when they do, they go for a couple $100. I would like one, but I don't think I'll be getting one anytime soon. Oh shit, this is a tough one. But anyways, this person in Japan picked up a dev kit, and they were looking through some of the files, and they actually found a unfinished game, mostly finished though, called Millennium Racer, which is now free to download on a number of different sites. If you see people trying to sell it online, don't bother. It's just people that have made fancy cases for it and just downloaded the ISO offline and burned it onto a CDR or something like that. But it's free. You can play it whenever you want. And I've played it. It's actually a lot of fun. It was mostly finished. I don't know if it was a licensing issue or something that made it so that it never ended up being released on the Dreamcast. But you know, it's nothing that would have revolutionized the system at all. But it's certainly, you know, a good game. Like it could have done okay. And who knows? Maybe if the system took off, you know, it could have been one of their more popular franchise titles, but it doesn't really matter. It's come and gone. Actually, it never even came. Like it's been sitting on a hard drive on a dev kit for, like 16 years probably. So yeah, go and download that if you want to check it out. Again, there's that new VMU game. I think it's called Zombie versus VMU or something like that. And it's pretty neat. It's like a time-based game, and what happens is you've got the zombie and you've got certain weapons, and it'll scroll up and down on your VMU, and you've got to like hit the A button just in the time to the right time to how do you do that jump shot? How player 2 has fouled. Do you want to shoot or pass? I'm gonna shoot. A to shoot.
Your turn.
How do you do that jump shot? I can't land it. Gonna be short all night. Okay. Aim all the way at the bottom of the cue ball. Okay. And the ball and strike it hard. Okay. Let's just try that to see if we can do it. Just to say we did. Okay, so to move over, go all the way at the bottom of the cue ball. Nice. Okay, plowway players. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Wow. Overdid it a bit that time. That was funny. Okay. So here we are. I think we could probably knock it in that side pocket, actually. Let's just get right down to the nitty gritty here. Oh man, there's got to be a way to turn down the sensitivity on your controller. Okay, let's see if this will do it. Ah, so close. All right. Oh, and I fouled. Isn't that fucking awesome? All right, go CeeLo. Oh, this is a link to that YouTube video. Okay, well, let's check this out. Oh, let's go back. Let's open that in a different window. Crow Zero intro.
Player 3 keeps turn.
How long is this? 3 minutes. Now this is supposed to be by the same guy who did Akira? I don't know. I think I'm going to have to spend more time with this.
Next player.
Looks like a music video or something. Okay, Crow Zero. Alright, we'll check that out another time. Interesting. Alright, back to pool. Oh geez, you're not trying to scratch, are you? I gotta get some fucking balls landed here. This is ridiculous. And speaking of Dreamcast and new releases, actually, there appears to be a new Dreamcast related book coming out, which looks kind of exciting. So Tom from Dreamcast Junkyard made a pretty decent Dreamcast book that he actually released for free now on in a PDF format. And oh, there we go. And
Your turn.
He ended up getting nailed by Sega, actually. Oh, geez. Let's see if we can do this jump shot.
Fouled out.
Nope. Okay. He ended up getting nailed by Sega and had to give up the hard
Next
copy.
player.
So he basically just released the remaining hard copies for free. Oh, fuck. I guess I'm out. Jesus Christ. Well, that was a good game. Damn. I'm out. Story of my life. Okay, well, you don't have to restart on my account. It's too early to make you wait. Alright. Sorry, guys. Let's call a mulligan. Okay, cool. Well, it looks like we're going to restart the game. I just want to make 6 shots. Me too. Me too. Okay. I'm getting out of this game. Okay, how do we... Are you sure you want to disconnect? No. Okay, how do we resign? How do we resign?
Player 1 wins.
Okay, player 1 is the winner, waiting for remote player. Cool. Alright, so we're jumping back to the main menu. Well, that was rather uneventful. But we're still all in the game. Okay. I guess no trick shots for me. I usually hit start or something. Okay. So I do have something actually on the way from Japan. I'm really interested in the Dreamcast Japanese titles. Many of them I won't be able to play because like the RPGs are all in Japanese, but there's a lot of other games that have been released for the system that are very playable, like especially the shooters. So I ended up winning an auction for pretty cheap, actually. It's like $80 for a Japanese Dreamcast with a bunch of peripherals and a handful of games. So I'm pretty excited about that. That should be coming relatively soon anyways. Because I've always wanted to own a Japanese Dreamcast more than a PAL. The only other Dreamcast that I'm actually in the hunt for is a Rev Zero, which are fairly hard to come by, but they're not impossible either. So Rev Zeros are the first versions of the Dreamcast that have a instead of cooling fan, they use like cooling tubes, and they're supposed to be more durable. They sometimes go for a bit more in open auction when people know what they're looking for, but oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Jesus Christ. What am I supposed to do here? Jesus Christ. All right, let's see if we can sneak out of here somehow. Am I gonna nail that? No. Oh. Oh, fuck. That was... Wow. Starting off with a foul. Yeah, so I'm on the hunt for one of those. I'm sure one will turn up. You know, there's quite a few places actually where I live that have used Dreamcasts, and I'm fairly certain they don't look for the model number. Okay.
Next player.
No win situation there. Yeah, exactly. All right, sweet. That's where you want to be. So I guess the goal is you have to hit the highlighted ball first, and as long as you do that, you don't foul. It seems like if you foul twice, then you're kind of screwed. So the idea is to just keep hitting the highlighted ball. Okay, Hunter, let's see what you got. So I also figured out, I think, what was wrong with the rendering issues on my capture setup. Because I always noticed that it would skip frames in some of the video and it would go to black, and it was driving me nuts because I couldn't figure out why it was doing that. Let's actually see who else is online too. But I think what was happening is that while it was rendering, I was also inserting a memory card that was using a lot of resources, and because it was using a lot of resources, it was taking away from the rendering process, and that's what was causing it to clip. So, and I'm also trying a new recording technique. I'm putting a noise gate on it to kill some of the ambient sound. I also added a bit of a high pass filter while I'm recording, and a little bit of compression while I'm recording too. So at least that way the raw vocal, like before I would just record the audio dry through my mic and I'd fix it in post, but I'm trying to fix everything a little bit more in before I get to post. Still not where I want it to be. YouTube volume and actually computer volume in general is a bit tricky because they don't really allow for a lot of dynamic range. Like generally when you're putting something on YouTube, people will tend to compress things quite high. And when things are compressed quite high, you know, your volume on your television or your computer can be pretty much between like 1 and 3, let's say out of a 10 scale on volume, and it'll still sound quite loud. But, you know, if you're a person like me that tends to want to have a bit more of a range to pull from, so that way you can actually get, and you know, it just gives you a bit more depth in your recording. You have to turn the volume up, and you know, if I was a really good at, oh shit, where is the ball dropped? Oh shoot. You know, if I was really good at recording, like I'm okay, but I'm not great, I would probably not have to worry about that issue. But because my skill is pretty amateurish, I might be able to sync this. Nice. You know, I tend to kind of record things with a bit of range in it, and then just hope that whoever is watching on the other end just cranks their volume up. What do you think? Like right there? Do you think I'll be able to squeeze through that red? Oh, so close.
Next player.
So close. Did you hear about NBA Jam 2K17? I think I may download it and run it on my SNES Power Pack. Yeah, it was hacked and updated. All right, let's see where CeeLo is. Wow, can't really get a good view at all. Ugh, they're in a bad position. Never really played Saturn. I hear it's even more hard to collect for than DC. I owned one once, but sold it pretty quickly after I saw how much games were trending at. CeeLo's in a really bad spot. I was a dirt poor kid back in the day. Never only started buying the childhood I always wanted once I hit college in the late 90s. My Dreamcast was my computer. All right, CeeLo, are you gonna play? Anyone ever used a Netlink on SNES or Genesis?
Next player.
So that's another interesting thing too, is that apparently, so now you can play Saturn games using Netlink, which is pretty cool. But I guess you can use the X-band adapter on SNES, and they're putting that live too. So in case you didn't know, you could play some Super Nintendo games actually online. Whoa!
Player 1 keeps turn.
And you would use a special adapter that was basically like a modem that you plugged into your Nintendo, and you could play, I think, about 12 titles. Doom was one of them, which is kind of interesting. A certain version of Street Fighter 2, and a handful of other ones. But I think the adapter now goes for about, I don't know, 100, 150 bucks, and it's basically obsolete. That said, it looks as though the same people that have been helping out with the Dreamcast community going live have also started working on the X-band adapters, as well as the Netlink adapter for the Saturn. So that'll be really interesting to see if that ever goes live again. I might actually look into that. That could be a lot of fun, assuming that the Netlink adapter. Oh, come on, guys! I gotta make this shot. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Assuming that the Netlink adapter, or the X-band adapter I should say, will work with my power pack, because I believe the version of Street Fighter 2 that is compatible with it is a very specific version that I do not currently own. And I really don't want to start buying SNES titles. They're way too expensive nowadays, and I just don't need them. You know, my power pack works just fine. I'm still playing it on original hardware. I've got a handful of SNES titles that I'll probably keep for, I really have no reason to sell them. Like the Final Fantasies that came out on Super Nintendo, and mostly just the RPGs like Link to the Past, Secret of Mana, things like that. Good games, but again, I don't really play my Super Nintendo. I think I've complained about it before, and it's not even really a complaint. It's just just a matter of fact. They have great games. I have the power pack, which plays just fine most of the games, but I don't want to start collecting for more cartridges. If I see them out in the wild, I'll pick them up, but I don't actively seek them out. So, and some of them are just way too expensive. Like I've owned Contra 3 back when I was a kid. I don't know, like maybe 2 or 3 times, and now it's a very coveted, expensive game, and rightfully so. It's a good game, but I'm quite satisfied playing it on my power pack. There's really no reason for me to upgrade. I really would like my 3DS, my R4 card, to play my Super Nintendo games a little bit better, because that would, I've downloaded a few titles through the eShop, but I feel bad. Well, I don't really feel bad, but I don't see it necessary for me to buy these old virtual console type games anymore, because I feel like I've bought them enough in the past. Like I'm good. I've supported the Nintendo, the PlayStation enough. They've taken my money enough times. I don't need to give it to them again. So yeah, there's a couple of rendering and shader issues on the nice shot on the R4 card when you okay, let's see if we can do this jump shot. So what we want to do is bring this all the way down. Okay, and we want to draw this all the way back. So like this, I guess.
Foul one.
I didn't strike out again, did I? Oh, fuck.
Next player.
I guess I gotta pull it back just a little bit more. Okay, time for a bad joke. Yep, I did a "that's what she said" joke. Actually, she said it was too soft. So pull the cue back just before it leaves the screen to do a jump shot. Because we did a jump shot before, but it went way off the screen. It depends. Okay. Oh, CeeLo struck out.
Next player.
Oh, fuck. Wow. Okay. That's a nasty shot. In terms of my setup, I'm actually looking into ways of using Open Broadcast to stream live, like do more live streaming. I tried it a few times through YouTube and it was successful, but I was only able to bring my mic in and the game footage in, so I wasn't able to bring in like a screen for the chat. Wasn't able to bring in a screen for the GoPro video or anything like that. So yeah, I'd like to figure out that software a little bit more and maybe utilize some of the features on it. Let's see if we can do some more live streaming because that. Oh. I'm gonna pass. No, thank you.
Player 1 keeps turn.
Okay. You figure that one out. I'm finding the right distance for the table, and the shot is the something. Okay. But again, it's gonna take a. Oh, nice.
Foul 2. Your turn.
Okay. Can I do anything? Well, let's see if I knock it enough to the side. Let's just see what happens. Oh.
Next player.
Oh, geez. Well, I just basically handed that shot to CeeLo. Okay. Hey, P.S. You're welcome. Yeah, there's no way that CeeLo is not going to make this shot. It's kind of glitching. I think you're touching it. Yeah, the ball does look a little bit off. The ball looks sparkly. Oh, foul.
Foul 2.
All right.
Next
So does that? No, Hunter doesn't have to shoot up table. They can shoot down table. Look at that. No way they're not going to make this shot. Figured he'd probably go side pocket, but I guess not. Oh, that's right. He moved the ball too because it was a foul. Oh, he's just going to go head on right into the side pocket. That's probably the best bet. Good job, Hunter. All right, let's see how well he does. Well, the good news is that while we've been sitting here, I've noticed that my Dreamcast is started to calm down a little bit. It was sounding a bit loud there for a while. I was starting to get concerned, but it looks like it's figured itself out. So, in case you didn't figure it out, I didn't really know the rules of this game initially, but it seems as though it's pretty simple. You just have to hit the highlighted ball first, and if you foul too many times, then you end up losing the game. Okay, so I think Hunter's going to do a jump shot. Let's see how well they do.
Foul 1.
Oh, foul and sink.
Your
I'm
turn.
going to try and shoot. Look at this. Okay, if I can't make this shot, then basically there's no reason for me to ever play pool again because I obviously suck at it. All right, That being said, I'm just nervous now. I'm gonna like totally fuck up the shot. Okay, how does that look? Nice. Okay, I got a point. Oh, sweet. Am I gonna be able to get over there, you fucking thing? Ooh, that's not looking good. If I put a little bit more heat on it, I probably could have sank it. Damn. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's CeeLo drop this shot. Nice.
Three keeps turn.
Good job. Not good for me, but definitely good for them. All right, and where are they going for next? Is he going to try to get in that side pocket, or is he going to try and go for that bottom corner?
Next player.
Okay, it looks like bottom corner. Okay, this is a perfect chance for me to take a short break, so I'm going to be right back, and I'm just going to let Hunter play out. Okay.
Your turn. Shoot again. Next player. Player 3 keeps turn. Next player. Your turn. Next player.
Well, let's... Well, there you go.
Player 3 keeps turn.
I have a feeling that CeeLo is going to clean up this game. Okay, what? Oh, that's a difficult. Well, no, not really. Probably get side pocket. Corner. Brave move.
Next player.
Oh, Hunter's gonna sink this one, no problem. Okay, wait for Hunter to sink. And then I may have to...
Player 1 keeps turn.
Okay, this will be interesting to see if we can drop this one. Okay, is he going to be able to make it? Oh, okay. I'll take one quick shot and then I have to actually... possibly leave again. Ah, nice.
Shoot again.
Can he be the comeback kid? Oh, yes. Okay. Here we go. That looks like it might actually do it. Nice.
Shoot again.
Okay. Ooh, up table. Now, if it wasn't for this thumbstick being so sensitive, jeez. I wonder if... Nope. Fuck. Gotta be kidding me. So close. I hope I didn't foul the game. Nope.
Player.
All right, let's see. These last couple of shots are going to be really tricky. But I guess since they fouled, they should be able to position the cue in just the exact spot. Now, since we're playing on a more difficult level, that's why you don't see the leader lines. I shouldn't say the leader lines, but you see those dotted lines. If you're playing on like an easy level, typically you'll be able to see the little white pointing lines on the ball that you're targeting as well.
Next player.
But not so much here. It makes it a bit more challenging. Okay, I will be back in 1 second.
Foul 1. Player 1 keeps turn. Player 1 keeps turn. Player 1 wins.
Well, guys, I'm back temporarily, but I'm going to have to log off. And that's about it. So, yeah, that's our game of maximum pool for tonight. So, sorry, there's some things going on in the household. I've actually got to get off now, so I'll just do that. And in the meantime, I hope everybody enjoyed, and I will see you again. Take care.